Hey everybody, this is Mr. McKee for CIS115, Intro to Programming and Logic. I want to go ahead and go over a couple of cheat sheets I made for you guys to help you with the labs. Alright, and first, before I even look at that, let me get up Moodle. Alright, so here we go. Alright, everybody should be in Moodle hopefully by now. Make sure you guys take the complete your MOCA. This is an 8-week class, so it's going to be due this week. Okay. Mine's going to look a little different than yours since all this stuff's I haven't completed the MOCA. Alright. So week 1, welcome to CIS115. We're completing the Programming Essentials in Python course in the Net Academy site. Alright, all assignments are due no later than Sunday at 11:55 p.m. of each respective week. Don't wait until Sunday because since this is all technology stuff might happen where possibly something that might not work as you expect it to work. So do it as soon as possible, get it done. There's a lot of work in this course, so I would get started. A lot of you guys had already started yesterday on the first day of course, but definitely start, plan it out, how much work you have, just take a look at it, and just get started on it. Alright, so week 1 tasks, go to netacad.com. Let me just go through this. In the Cisco Network Academy, we use this for a bunch of courses, so as soon as you guys get used to using this, it's going to help you out down the road. Alright, because see all these courses I teach. CTI120, CTS120, networking, alright, Python. And this course is new. It just started this year, so hopefully there's no issues, but if there is, we'll fix them. Alright, so for this week, go to netacad.com, which I'm on the, it should say welcome to PCAP, Programming Essentials in Python. Okay, review the terms and conditions and accept and choose accept once completed, and complete the welcome survey and then submit that. Alright, here's the complete that right there. Alright, terms and conditions, welcome survey. You can look at the course syllabus. Alright, that just shows you everything in there. Looks like a whole bunch, but it's not too bad. Alright, and hopefully I pronounced it right. The Adobe Sandbox and a lab tool. If you click on the Adobe Sandbox and you get this link right there. Alright, here's a Python environment you can use. Okay, that's one thing you can use. And then if you click back, alright, the Adobe Labs. Alright, this is actually where it shows you all these labs, and you can actually complete the labs on this right column. Alright, so lab assignments, you click that, it shows you chapter 1 through 5. Alright, here's all of the labs broken down. Alright, same thing in chapter 2. Chapter 1, chapter 2, I think chapter 3. See, you only have 5 assignments that week, or 5 labs. Alright, chapter 4, not too many more, and then chapter 5. Alright, and it tells you how long it should take. Don't worry if it takes you longer than that. Level of difficulty, very easy. Doing some print functions. So, you can put them right in here. So if I wanted to print, whoops, if I can type, it'd be better too. Hello, Python. Alright, if you type it up there, alright, press the little play button, and that's your output under console. Okay? But what I don't really want your output, because I'm worried about, obviously, the output, but I'm worried about how you guys what you guys actually code in here. So if I do Control C after I highlight that, okay, I've made you guys a spreadsheet. So it's just like all the other Unetiquette courses. It's broken down. The numbers are like this one's 1.1.4.1. All right, right here in the spreadsheet. I'm going to put this on Moodle also. All right, lab title. You shouldn't have to change anything but your code and maybe your notes. All right, so I can do Control V, paste that in there. All right, so there you go. And once you get longer code, you guys are going to paste it in there. If you do Control, I think F2 and then Control V, it allows you to type in multiple lines. All right, and then notes, you could say had trouble with something, print function, and explain what that is. Because if you can't make the code work, but you put in exactly what's supposed to happen, and maybe you had an issue, you can get partial credit. But if you put nothing, I mean, you're going to get a 0. All right, let's put that. If there's no issues, put none. All right, and then you're going to submit this in your submission link. All right, so you can do that for, I've got chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, and chapter 5. All right. So let me get off that. So you guys need to do your and when you do, until you do these terms and conditions and welcome survey, it's not going to let you in the other stuff. All right, ensure that you can open both the Adobe Sandbox and Labs link. Read Introduction and Programming Environment Module 0. And when I refer to stuff, it's going to be pretty much all in Netiquette. All right, so there's Module 0. All right, and this takes you through. It's not narrated, but you guys read through it. All right, and you can tell this isn't on the Netiquette website. All right, it's on the pythoninstitute.org website. It's just, you know, linking you to that. All right, and it goes through that. Good. Definitely read through all this stuff. It explains it pretty awesome. Does a pretty awesome job of that. All right, if you know, show chapters right here. All right, here's all your chapters. We're on 0. That breaks everything down. You can also use this little shortcut. That shows you all the pages in that particular chapter that you're in. All right, so that's that. I try to go a little bit fast on these videos just to limit the file size. All right, so as long as you guys watch this, the assigned labs to be determined. The reason I put that for this week, you need to start, especially if, like, say if you're going on vacation, anything, you can always work ahead. You just can't fall behind. All right, if you fall behind, let me know. Don't just not turn stuff in, because when it's due, it's due. All right, but if it was me and I had extra time right now, you can go through all these labs. All right, and I'm gonna actually probably take these out because I don't need them anymore. All right, so each week, starting next week 2, you're gonna have to take the module quizzes, module tests, and up here I've explained wherever it is. All right, all quizzes have unlimited attempts. All right, so definitely if you get a 50, retake it. You should be getting hundreds on those. All right, module tests have 3 possible attempts, so be careful in taking those. Summary tests, you get 2 of those. They 2 possible attempts. And the final test, all right, 3 possible attempts. And the big thing is, make sure all the tasks are turned in no later than Sunday, 11:55 p.m. All right, I did put a little, just to keep me on track too. I like watching motivational, inspirational videos on YouTube. There's a good one. I think it's like 18 minutes. All right, and looking down through here, it's pretty much the same. All right, week 2, module 1. If I make any mistakes, let me know. I'll fix them. All right, so when you click on these quizzes and tests, it should say, right, it says right there, complete a NetAcad. Okay, that's pretty much for every class we have that uses NetAcad. Take the quiz, take the test in NetAcad. I have to manually move it over to our Moodle site. All right, that's just the way it is. All right, Module 1 practice labs. That's where you're actually gonna, and I'm gonna attach this spreadsheet. You're gonna paste your code into that spreadsheet. All right, make sure it's all filled out. Make sure when you paste it, like I pasted this, but it's only one line of code. That's not gonna have an issue. But make sure when you post multiple lines of code, do F2 and then Control V to paste it. After you've highlighted it wherever you're highlighting it from, like over here, when you're highlighting that, just don't mess up the flow of this. All right, because when it pasted in there, it kind of pasted it in there as like a text box or a like a paragraph, so it doesn't. When you post code in there, don't overlap all the other code rows. All right, but you can play around with that. This isn't an Excel class, but Excel does a good job for what we're doing. Not a big deal. Just make sure you check everything, because I should be able to go in here and say, okay, Control C when I'm grading it. Go over here. Let me act like I'm taking that out. If I could do Control V. All right, pasted your code in there so I can check it by running it. All right, hello Python. Wow, you just got 100% on that. So that's good. All right. Just make sure you save that, upload that, make sure it's correct, and also, back up that. And in the future, if you're a Python programmer, there's your all these simple things that you can have a record of in your little portfolio. So if somebody asks you, hey, have you done this specific thing? Yes. If then else, or if else, or statements or loops, things like that, you have a little reference there, which is good. All right, so that's that. Moving down through here, I think that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna go through here just to make it shorter. I'm gonna take out all these. All the labs are listed on the spreadsheet, and also they're listed in, where is it? In the Adobe labs. All right, lab assignments. That actually shows you all the labs. All right. So let me go back. Pretty much every week's the same. Now some weeks, see how week 4 summary test. I need to make another link for that. But if you guys want to work ahead, those quizzes, you should be able to take the quizzes and the test, not the summary test. You guys can work ahead. By all means, go ahead and work ahead. Week 6 is chapter 5. All right, week 7, capstone project. We're actually going to use, I use Python for my Internet of Things programming for Raspberry Pis. Programming automation and pretty much the Internet of Things. I use Python a lot. That works really good for that. I'm gonna have a capstone project for that, or another kind of like programming task. I'll go over that later on. I'm trying to think that whatever is most valid to use for the school. Also, we're going to have a bunch of, I believe they're middle schoolers. They're going to be doing a camp here for 2 days using a Raspberry Pi. So we might use some of that time to work on their projects. They're all going to be getting a Raspberry Pi, a whole kit that they get to take home with them, which is going to be pretty cool. But we'll use Python for that. All right, so that'll be a capstone project. All right, and then week 8 is the last week. You'll take your summary test, final test, and do your satisfaction survey. You also get you successfully complete the course. I'm going to check on it. I'll put a little note right there. You get a voucher for a PCAP Python certification exam, and I'm going to find out the cost of that. I've done some checking, but wasn't able to find it. We should be a testing center here with Pearson View on the 24th, which is Thursday. So hopefully, if you guys ever want to take a certification exam for this, or Cisco, Palo Alto, Microsoft, we'll be able to do that right downstairs in Occupational 137 instead of having to go. I have to drive to Raleigh or Fayetteville or Mount Olive, University of Mount Olive, to take my certification exams. All right, so that's that. I think that's everything. But pretty much just don't give up. Don't look at all those labs and say, hey man, that's just too much work. When you start looking at the labs though, it walks you through really good how to do those labs. If you get stuck, send me a message, or YouTube's a really good reference also that I use pretty much daily to figure out stuff. Alright, so that's it. Alright, well, thanks for watching the video. I'm going to try to make videos, maybe not every week, but if something is kind of, if people are having a hard time understanding or issues with some particular thing, I'll do video on it. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching, and good luck with the course.